This last one that I have is very dramatic.
I'm scared. I don't know what it is.
But I won't say it just yet. I'll have you say your last one, and then I'll say my last one.
Oh, God.
Keely has no idea the things that I wish I knew before I got married.
And Jake doesn't know what I'm gonna say, so it's pretty scary.
Hey, my name is Jake.
And I'm Kaylia,
and we are the Vaydas. We help other couples or newlywed couples live differently.
That wasn't planned, huh?
Oh, all right, the first one is mine. I wish I knew to invest in another couple who just got married as well.
I agree.
So, for example, we didn't have that for the first 6 months of our newlywed life. And then we found the couple. It was like, this is amazing, because all the stuff that we couldn't tell anybody else because they weren't on the same stage, we now had somebody, and I wish that we invested in it way sooner.
It's like we wish we had invested hours and hours and hours way before we were like entering into our wedding time, because that's when we got closer to them. So I was like, no, so it's just gonna take longer.
We have another video that talks about how the transition is so freaking hard and how nobody relates to it anymore, so I'll put it up in the corner and the link below.
That's why we created this channel.
Yeah.
For that very reason, so we don't have to feel alone in our newlywed transition.
True.
Well, this segues beautifully into what I was gonna say. It's kind of the same, but it's not.
Okay.
I wish that I knew that when we had entered into our married season, that literally all of our friends that we had before just like flipped upside down, like on its head, and we would desire strongly to connect with other newlyweds.
Yeah.
So I know that's the same, but kind of not. I just was shocked because I don't know, like you hear things and you're like, yeah, that's common sense, but to lose so many friends in the transition or to want to connect with a whole different group of people.
We didn't expect so soon. We thought, oh, the whole first year, we won't need to connect. We're just hanging out by ourselves. But within a couple months, we're like, all right, who are our new friends?
Yeah, and even like not even who we're needing to connect with, but the friends that we had too.
Yeah.
Like, I was just shocked of like, oh, we don't really hang out with them anymore. Like, I thought we were just gonna go back to normal, but it was a new normal. And I was like, oh God, that was crazy.
This last one that I have is very dramatic.
I'm scared, I don't know what it is.
But I won't say it just yet. I'll have you say your last one, and then I'll say my last one.
Oh God. Okay, it's a little different. I hope you approve of this one, because I know we're saying wedding, but this was the season right before the wedding. So this is mine. I wish I knew that our engagement, like months before leading up to our wedding, so we can call it engagement. I wish I knew that it would not just be like, oh, a planning test, but it's like the episode finale of like the ultimate test of your dating relationship, like the ultimate test. True. Like, I was just thrown off by it wasn't just the planning. People tell me all the time, oh, the planning's stressful. It's so much more than that. It was just like layers of who we were. We're just coming out, good and for bad, and we're just discovering each other in a whole new way. And I was like, why is this happening all of a sudden right before we're getting married? So it's just like, it just was wild to me. I
don't watch a lot of rom-coms, romantic comedies at all, like literally at all, but somewhere in my body, I expected it to be like this most amazing engagement season, and where I might be stressed, but it's a good stress. It was a bad stress. Honestly, the whole weekend leading up, I was frustrated because I didn't know how to feel. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I didn't even affirm my own emotions. It was maybe my own thing, but it's like, I'm a little nervous. Like, I don't know what to do here. Am I marrying the right person? Like, and all of that stuff. Really not the second one, but there's doubt and there's fear and there's insecurity that like I did not expect to come up 3 days before I got married and leading up. Yeah, and we want to acknowledge, like, we know every relationship is unique to the people in it, but also like to acknowledge that we really genuinely felt hard to feel what we like, to leave space for our own emotions and feelings, and it was difficult. It really was definitely difficult. Okay, my fourth one. I'm scared. Here we go. Okay, bring it on. It's okay to not have a strong marriage at first. Okay. Ooh. Okay, Vayda. Yeah. I relate it back to freshman year of high school or college, and where you come in, you have no idea what the heck you're doing. You actually have no idea if you're the right person to fit into either popular crowd or what crowd should I fit in, or you're also going late to classes. And that's how I feel about our first year of marriage. I wouldn't say we didn't have a strong marriage, but I wouldn't say that it was like the strongest thing. We were so confident about it.
Right.
And that left me feeling insecure, like, oh my gosh, I don't feel the same way that Eric Baldomero or Jeannie, who a couple of our mentors who have been married for 20 years. I don't, like, they seem like I have such a strong marriage, and we're trying to figure things out still. It's almost like I didn't even allow for our freshman year we're learning. We're not that great yet at marriage, this whole thing. We're working out our relationship. But I don't know, no one ever talked about, like, your freshman year of marriage ever. It was always like, okay, you go in, you should have a strong marriage right away, right? Like
it should be great.
Yeah.
And just to throw some, like, bombs out there, like, there's parts of us that went in doubting. There was parts of us that went in like, what are we doing? And I just feel that a lot of people might cringe hearing that. Like, why are you the best for each other if that's happening?
Yeah.
Sure. There's just a lot of gray areas. And even in our different families, I would just say that added to the whole chaos and the doubts and the confusion and the questions. So just knowing that, like, both of our families were different coming together was all the more crazy.
Every couple deals with a certain level of anxiety, tension, and insecurity when it comes to you thinking about your relationship. And I would say the same thing about us. And I would, again, say to the Jake 2 years ago, it is okay to have some tension, insecurity, and fear in your relationship. And
So
I don't know
good.
if it's ever going to go away, but at least for us, we're like, we'll live in the tension, and we have to be okay with our freshman year, missing a couple of classes, not figuring out everything right away. Like, that's fine.
Nope. Including our sophomore and junior year. I feel it'll be a constant learning curve.
Right.
And to give ourselves that space to bail in.
Right. The last thing dramatic I'll say is I read an awesome book, but it was talking about how a skyscraper needs to build down these huge it was like 50 feet into the ground, almost like these pillars to make sure the skyscraper doesn't fall down. But basically you have to dig deep before you actually build big and wide and tall. And I feel like maybe for the first several years, we won't have this huge skyscraper that everyone's like, oh, this is so amazing, their relationship, blah, blah, blah. Or we won't feel that about ourselves, maybe until we continue just building down and our roots.
Foundation.
Yeah, the foundation.
I love that. I was a little distracted because our cat is sticking her paw in my water and licking it all cute.
Wow.
Now I can't drink it. Okay, sorry. I love that though. I was paying attention to it.
Apparently, so yikes. Talk about building deep. We have to, just kidding, that's terrible.
No.
Anyways, thanks
Wow.
for joining us.
Yeah.
Our 4 things to each.
Yeah, it was a little surprise for both of us too because we didn't even know what either of us were going to say.
Yeah,
So
you saw
thanks
our
for
raw
jumping
reaction.
in. Our raw.
Anyways, we have other videos that you can check out. For example,
Somewhere.
how we've figured out our morning routine, which is going to be right
Ooh.
here.
I really like
Or
that one.
if you want to see more of our apartment, actually right over here, this is a new kitchen that we're going to show you next week because it'll be officially done by then.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
We love you.
See you
See
later.
you later.